So this is the cover page of the book that I've been reading from, and these in regards to the fifth story of Rebbe Nachman of Breslov. These are the Sipori Maisios in Pirish Nare Aparsamon, and that Pirish is written by Rabbi Elazar Shlomo Schick, which I said several times, a person who's a great tzaddik. And he really helped me personally through very, very difficult times. It got me really into learning and into Breslov, and I'm very grateful. He wrote this Pirish, and he read as a Banu Miyusa that this Pirish is built, founded al pi divrei Rabbeinu HaKodesh ba'anora, on the words of our rabbi, who here means to Rebbe Nachman of Breslov. Or Haganos v'Hatzafon, he is a light. He said this hidden light, which is really hidden in the boots in the Kaddishi law of the upper lamp, which is Kadosh, and up and very, very high. So more praises, Adonenu, Marenu, he's our master, he's our teacher, Rabbeinu, our rabbi, Rebbe Nachman of Breslov. Zechusa Yalgein Oleinu, let his merit be a protection for us. And also Alpi Divrei Talmido, so he had, Rebbe Nachman had a particularly important Talmud, who was his scribe, just as similar, it's similar to the Ari and Rabbi Chaim Vital. So he says, if Alpi Divrei Talmido Moreno HaGaon HaKodesh, our rabbi, our teacher, great Gaon, or Nifla, a wonderful light, so that any Sikh never escaped from him. He knew all the secrets. His name was Rebbe Nassim of Breslov. Rebbe Nassim also Breslov. So Guso Yaglein Olenu, let his merit be protection, a shield for us. Now let me see where we were yesterday. I think I have a mark here. So in this story here, the basic thing is that the princess found out that the prince actually does have precious stones. She became tremendously jealous. And this is the situation that we have with Israel now. The state of Israel has tremendous things within it. Maybe not what looks on the outside, it may be hard to see, but on the inside, the Jews are a special people. And as a result of that, the Gentiles are all jealous. Now it's a problem, because some of them, like the Arabs that are there, trying to keep us away from our land. So the Arabs who are there have their own jealousy about the Jews. But also our big brother, which represents Europe, and the West, and the East, and Russia, the white peoples of the world, are also very tremendously jealous of us. And so the real quality of the Jews that we want to look at and want to talk about is not our tanks and our weapons and our ability to fight. This is the way the Gentiles see us. But on the inside of that is a precious Jewish soul which connects to eternity and is something that could benefit all mankind. So he said, "V'bo kama daktarim." So the princess pretended to be sick, and she wound up going to a wizard who cast a spell on the prince. He developed leprosy, and he started peeling. His skin was peeling all over his body. So they brought kama daktarim, doctors. Oh, excuse me. I guess, where am I? Is that where I'm at? Okay, we'll go backwards. So here where she brought doctors, and they weren't able to do a cure for her. Because of the jealousy, that the nations of the world are jealous of the souls of Jews. There's nothing you could do about it. They kill us, they butcher us, our blood is spilled all over Europe. Our souls squashed in Muslim lands. All of this. They don't know what to do, because we're still here. Because the fact that they punish us, that's a portion of what we have to endure while we're in exile. V'karach and the mechashvim, so they called different kinds of wizards, v'choyusham mechashv, and there was a special mechashv there. The Gilsadach of Emes, and she revealed to him the truth. Shehi atzatz mechayda, that she made herself sick. He rocked b'tzad the tumah, because here now we come like this. Tumah refers to down things, bad things, things that disconnect you from infinity. Ki rocked b'tzad the tumah, v'hakishuv, she'amach achmenu gedoshim. So only from that side we start getting the tumah, and then using the filth of life itself as a power, and a strong power. Lama nikra shemam kashafim. Why are they called kashafim? The kashafim is a word for a witch. A mechashef is a witch or a wizard. Lama nikra shemam kashafim. Shemachkishim pamalia shal ma'ala, because they crush the heavenly host. Yesh lechem koach lihisgaver al am Yisrael, and as a result of that, they have a power to be able to overcome the Jewish people that can attack the Jewish people. So she asked him, can you make a person into a mitzorah? Make me a spell. So the Umas Olam, they wanted to do through witchcraft to the Jewish people. That the Jewish people should be like, what do you mean? Like a lepers. What's the word mitzorah mean? It really means something that takes out evil. It's a combination of the word mitzorah, mitzar. He says a mitzorah, motzi. He says raw, brings out bad. Amar hain. So he said, yes, there is a spell. Because through kishav, shuhu inyan alachizas enayim. This is an inyan that has to do about the holding of the eyes. I'm not sure what this means. I've seen it before, but it's not spelled out here. Now he says akizas anayim. So I was thinking that I live in South Florida, and I used to live in Miami for many years, and there you see people who actually practice witchcraft. So there's a santeros in terms of the Cuban population. There's a lot of what they call African Catholicism, Catolicismo Africano. So they have that, Santeria. And then you have the Haitians. The Haitians have voodoo. So all of this is different kinds of ideas of bringing on powers, and then possibly using those powers in different ways. He says that this is called achizas anayim, holding the eyes. I'm trying to think, what does that metaphor mean, and I don't know. Amralo, so she says to him, Ulai yivakesh machashiv, maybe if we bring this spell onto the prince, and he becomes a leopard, maybe he'll find another witch who could cast a spell, and they'll be able to nullify it. Because the nations of the world are always in tremendous fear. That one day the neshamas of the Jewish people, now notice he didn't say the Jewish people, but he said the neshamas of the Jewish people, they'll come out of our exile. And even now, where the Jews are still in Galus, they have the ability to come out from being suppressed by you. And that's the problem. Because each and every single Jew, according to his ability, according to his devekus, how he is clinging to the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, how it is the fact that we are able to connect to infinity. Like the Baal Shem Tov said, combine the Baal Shem Tov HaKodesh, Zia. So he says all this. The Baal Shem Tov, he says the Baal Shem Tov was Kodesh, Zia. So he says, Zechrona the Varacha, Olav Shalom, Al Pasuk, on this Pasuk, Karva al Nashri Ga'ala, come near my soul, come near Ga'ala, and I guess it become redeemed, or it means reveal the soul. Ki behina is geula, because when we talk about geula, which means our redemption from under the yoke of the Gentile mind, yochel kol echad ve'echad gam achshad l'schus, it's possible that each and every single one would be able now l'schus to merit by being dovek with the Ein Sof Baruch Hu. Like the rabbi said, a woman wants to do witchcraft. The Rebbe Chanina ben Dosa. Let me go back. The Rebbe Chanina ben Dosa. She wanted to cast a spell on Rebbe Chanina ben Dosa. And he said this one phrase, Amar, Ein Od Milvado. We understand, we could translate this in a different way too. There is none besides him, meaning Hashem Yisbarach. That's the level of the Vegas. The fact that a woman came forward and attempted to cast a spell on him, that's also coming from the same place. It's also coming from the Ein Od Milvado, and we understand that everything that the Rahmana, that the Almighty does is for good. So whatever that meant, he saw behind it, he saw inside of it, that this is motivated by Hashem, and he bows his head to it. That is what Hashem wanted. And he said, Ein Od Milvado, it is his will that she comes forward. And as a result of that, she wasn't able to do anything to him, because he went behind her motivation and sweetened that. Because immediately, that if a person gets himself to be a place where he is davuk to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that in other words, he wants to do it over and over and over again all day long, as we've been seeing in other things that we learn, that there's a difference between Shabbos and the weekday. And in the weekday, we have to really work hard much harder on getting to Kedusha. But on Shabbos, it comes by itself. So you say, after the Asaz L'Choshum Davar Ra, and then it makes it impossible. Once a Jew says, Ein Od Milvado, and now we look at the war that we're in right now, and look at where the Jewish mind is in Israel, especially this leftist Supreme Court. But Ein Od Milvado, it's all him. We're at war. We were having a rave party, which is really a sex party, different types, on a holy day in Israel. The country's very secular, so that means it's really a product of the exile. So we're looking for the neshama, the soul of the Jews, to come out. God willing, it will. This is Baruch Fleischman. I'm at the Tikkun Elevator call out.